This is Connector's Edge with a voice so kind. Networking power.
Hello and welcome. This is the Connector's Edge podcast. I'm Marian LaSalle, my co-host Ricki McKenna. This is the Connector's Edge podcast. I'm Marian LaSalle, my co-host Ricki McKenna, and our guest today, Debbie
Prediger.
It tells you my memory. It's like she told me that 5 minutes ago. I'm so excited. I get to meet somebody new, somebody that I don't know, somebody that lives in a different part of the country, somebody that's come very well. Well, I understand
Recommended?
a little bit about you from Ricki. She told me all kinds of wonderful things, so I can't wait to dig in. So Ricki, why don't you start off and introduce our friend Debbie to the podcast listeners and watchers. Don't forget, we're on YouTube as well as all the podcast apps. So
Yes.
if you want to see us making faces at you, come on over to YouTube.
We don't have a lot of fun on here. It's just, boring. Not really. Actually, thank you, Marian. And thank you for being here, Debbie. I know how busy you are. Debbie Prediger and I met, about 5-6 years ago on the Wellness Universe. We've both been members of the Wellness Universe, which is a global community of healers, of people involved in health, every aspect from A to Z of health and well-being. And also there's fun involved in there as well. And Debbie is probably one of the busiest persons I know. I'm not supposed to say that, Debbie, but you are. She's very involved in a lot of wonderful different activities, communities, as well as the Wellness Universe. And so I'm going to let her tell a little bit more about herself because she's a fascinating woman. And I'm just so delighted and honored to have you on here, Debbie.
Well, thank you. It is my honor and privilege to be here, and I love connecting. So thank you, Ricki, for connecting me with Marian, and it sounds like I'll be connecting with some more people as well.
Oh, yes.
I love that you said that we met 5 years ago because my mind plays tricks on me and thinks like it might be 2 years, maybe 3. And then I'm like, no, you're right. It was absolutely before the big pandemic. And so you have been somebody that stood out in my mind right from the very first time I met you. And this is the type of why I'm so involved in so many communities. People light up for me. They literally light up like there's energy that walks into the room. And then I see it and I get really inquisitive on like, what's here? What's this about? What's this person bringing to the world that I need to help amplify this message out into the world?
Yeah. Oh, that gave me chills.
It's a lot of fun. And so, I call myself a heart-centered entrepreneur that really helps amplify other people's messages. You are here with a message, a purpose, a passion, and no one wants to be in a box. They want to this is me and this is all of me. And so I help you do that and create a brand and consistency across and get on stages and write books and do all the things so that people can find you.
Gosh, that just sounds great. You're my kind of gal. I'm telling you, I love everything you said. Everything. It's all about the energy,
when we started to laugh when we first met each other. I'm like, I am in the right room. This is great. I have to admit, I'll throw myself under the bus. I was late for this podcast this morning because of time zones. And I want to just say that, I'm the person that's organized in my calendar. And when someone's 15 minutes late, it's like, oh, now I'm not going to be able to talk to them as long. And so when this happened, I'm like, okay, Debbie, there is a message here for you. Have more fun. What happens? I get on and you guys start giggling and having fun. I'm like, this is the perfect way for me to reset and recognize the gift of a Monday morning, even when things don't go right. And how do you set yourself up for success all week long?
There's a lot to unpack in that. Whoa, I love that. Thank you, Debbie. Talking about time zones, Ricki and I are in the same time zone now, but she's getting ready to go into a different time zone. Aren't you, Ricki?
Mountain.
Okay, and what are you, Debbie?
I'm Mountain. I think she'll be above me, south of me,
Okay.
Yeah, you're where in
in Alberta, Canada. Yeah.
Canada? That's what I thought. You sound Canadian.
Oh,
Good.
No,
Ricki,
we have lots of friends who are from Canada, and I love it when you say bean.
Oh,
I can
interesting.
hear it. I have I don't know if it's a talent, but I have an ear for hearing different accents and different what's not accents, what's the word I'm looking for? Innuendos with words. I can usually spot the difference between an
A,
Australian A
A.
and a New Zealander.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
so it's really fun to me because one of the things about the referral business builders, we're all over the place.
it's
And
true.
and of course through this medium, through Zoom and through everything online, we've all been able to connect globally, which is phenomenal. It, like the
And
what?
your daughter lives in Paris, which I think is really cool.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, and I have a friend that moved over to Portugal, and I have a friend that moved to Spain. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Well,
Sort of.
the time zones, okay, the time zones do matter, don't they?
Oh yeah. Well,
So,
I was
Ricki,
on.
did you think about this? You're going to be in mountain time, which means you have to get up an hour earlier than you do
Oh dear,
now. I
we're in trouble
know.
now.
I don't know. I'm an early bird and she's not. So it
That's
just,
okay.
yeah,
The
yeah, it works
bedroom
out.
faces the east and the sun comes in the morning and it's
Okay.
absolutely beautiful. And I
Okay.
open the windows and look out at the mountains and I'm really at peace.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Absolutely.
yeah,
There, that's it. That's it.
Sounds fun.
I'm looking forward to it.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it. I
So
can
we,
hear I have two little ones popping up here soon, so I hope you don't mind if
oh,
there's some extra words come in every once in a while.
oh
Oh no, do you have your
yes.
grands with you?
They come
Oh,
over on
how
Monday. Yeah.
nice.
Oh, how sweet.
That's
Feel,
great. I
feel free
saw,
to introduce them.
oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
This is Sloan.
Hi,
Hi, good
Sloan.
morning, Sloan.
This is
Pretty
Vicky
girl.
Marian.
Hi.
Doing good.
I'm
She's
in
so sweet.
Texas.
Ooh, do you know where Texas is? It's in the USA. You have to get on a plane.
Or it's a long drive.
Seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
what
this
a
is
delight.
part of the thing that I do. You know, there was a mindset at one time that in order to live in a small town, I live in 110 people in my town, and in order to
Oh,
be here and actually run a business, I had to either create a business of my own or go work for someone that could make it even worthwhile. So the logical brain tries to say, well, if I have to drive into a place where I can work, I have to make enough money for make it worthwhile. Meanwhile, we have a ranch, a fifth generation ranch, and I was needed on the farm all the time. So I started to create a global business. And when I say global, I didn't go out saying, oh, I want people, my business in Africa or India or whatever. These people found me. And so, Marian, when I see your sign behind you, connections create opportunities, I didn't even know that was a belief of mine, but it definitely was. And connections
yeah.
matter. When I say to you that people light up, I have seen in my mind's eye these light up stars connecting across the globe. And I didn't understand it until I really got into my business and creating a business.
Connections matter. I love that. I'm
And
writing that one down. I'm gonna steal that.
I think that, Deb, I think one of the things that I really enjoyed was one on the Wellness Universe, you were talking about collaborations and how all of this brings people together to collaborate. And it's not only a lot of fun, really is getting to know other people and what's going on in their lives, but it also helps bring the world together. And I
Oof.
know that one of our goals is to bring more peace to the world.
Mm.
And with the collaborations and the connections, we have the opportunities to do just that. And that's what's, to me, that's what's happening. And it's so not only important, but it's so gratifying. And it's, what's the other word I'm looking for? It makes me feel as though I have a purpose in life, not just, talking about wellness and food and that kind of thing, but as a connector.
Yeah. And I think that when people recognize that it is a very important thing, like natural connectors sometimes can just feel like, well, that's just what I do. There's no value to it. And I love this conversation today because I believe one heart-centered entrepreneur can change the world. I've always believed that. And if your job, your role, your purpose, your thing that lights you up is connecting others, please go do more of it. Please bring your message into more opportunities, into more communities. And that's where collaborations and possibilities and opportunities start popping up for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward to getting back to Colorado for not only this reason. In about I think it was 2004, I was among those who founded a community called it's the, it's for human flourishing. And
Oh,
we've had people like Elliot Dasher, just an amazing array of world-renowned people come and visit with us. So you're all invited to come to Colorado. It's in Carbondale, Colorado, of all little teeny towns. And it's an amazing group of world changers, really. We do it very quietly and through a lot of meditative work. It's very interesting. I know that you'd love it, Debbie, and I'm absolutely sure that Marian, you would love it too.
I'm
There's
coming.
nothing like, yes,
Okay.
there's nothing like the connections that we make. We have ideas. We have a book study, a book club that meets every Monday morning at 7:30 Central Time. So I don't know, that'd be pretty early your time. But anyway, right now we're talking about atomic habits. And so we have a discussion. So we only do 2 chapters at a time. And then we go into what did it mean to us? What did it say to us? And the differences that each person gets from it and the ideas that they bring in and the connections that are made. It's just, it's a gift to me. And so I loved what you said, Debbie, about if this lights you up, go do more of it. Go do it, right? Because that to me is what it's all about. That's what life is to me, is I want to be happy. I want to live a happy life. And it's sometimes hard. You think about all the bad things that are happening in the world. One of the things that I've been noticing is people outside the United States right now are feeling sorry for us. We used to be this, everybody wanted to come to the United States, and now they're all like, ooh. But they realize that we are people in here. It's not our government. It's the people. People are in the United States, and we can connect with people all over the globe now because of the internet and video. Isn't this great? I can see you. I can wave to you. I can meet your granddaughter.
That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Again, at one time I had this belief that if I was going to run a business from my home, it needed to be perfect and I needed to show up perfect. And so I would stress about it when somebody opened the door and yelled and said, "You got to help run the gate. Like, I need you on the farm." And I'd be like, I'm pulled between 2 worlds. And my granddaughters would be dropped off and I would be holding one in my arm and I'd be like, I have a podcast or I have a teaching. Do you know that my students have told me over and over again, that's what made me human?
Yes. Oh,
and
of course.
I melt and I feel so proud of that at the same time as so sad that I had that belief that I couldn't show people that side
Where
of
did
my
that
world.
belief come from, Debbie?
Thank you.
It didn't come from you. It came
No.
from corporate America, who said you had to be perfect in order to run a business. You had to be perfect to work there. Becky and I started we have a web design business and it incorporated video. And back in the day in 2009, we had to show up with the lights, the camera, the action, and the people had to have rehearsed their thing because there was no teleprompters or anything back then.
Right.
And the meltdowns that happened, those poor business owners that we were trying to get on camera and make a video for them, it just destroyed them. They were hysterical, crying. We'd have to come back. Lights, camera, action, everybody leaves and comes back now. It was awful. And that was a belief that was put on us that we had to be perfect. But
And
now
we're
we can be
separate from our
ourselves.
own lives, right? We were
Mhm.
separate. There was this facade, and then there was the real you. And no wonder we didn't feel fulfilled.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think that for me, the banner word would be authenticity.
Yeah.
We're really real. And it- it's much easier that way. It's much
It
more
feels better.
comfortable.
It
Yes.
feels better.
It feels better. And feeling, that's one thing I remember taking in part of my coaching course. I'm a dream builder coach with Mary Marcy. I'm sure you're familiar with Mary.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that I'll never forget, she said, and I drive this into people whenever I can with a smile, is fun in your business plan?
Oof. Yes.
Is
It is.
having fun part of your business plan? Because if you're not having fun, it really isn't going to work as well.
Yeah, or not
Wow.
at all. And I want to bring up the patch that you have on your face.
Oh,
So Ricki, tell everyone a little bit about what you're doing here and why you look like a chipmunk today.
well, I'm less like a chipmunk than I was a few days ago. Well, this is a LifeWave patch. And LifeWave, I don't really know how it works, but it works. I also have one attached to the back of my neck. And this is specific for bruising and for helping heal. I had gum surgery due to a misplaced implant that unfortunately got infected. And as the surgeon who removed it said, it almost fell out, said it was full of green gloop, his words, green gloop, which was actually food that had been caught underneath it. No matter how I flossed or did whatever, it wouldn't have helped because the cap was not put on properly.
Oh dear.
So this is to help decrease the bruising. It's gotten a lot better. It looked like somebody roundhoused me, you know. It doesn't really hurt. It's just inside. I have a bunch of stitches up on top, but I'm amazed at how fast. And I think it's also, I'll take credit for eating right,
Yeah.
helping it and taking my good old vitamins and minerals and so forth, and helping it heal quicker and using arnica. Do you know what amazes me? And I've had a few bouts in a hospital, very few, fortunately. And no one in the hospitals, none of the nurses know what arnica is. And
Mhm.
arnica is one of those homeopathic remedies I've known about for years. It helps dissipate bruising and pain. And you can take arnica internally as well. There's just little pastilles, they're homeopathic. But what really gratified me is what the surgeon gave me. The medication I'm using internally is homeopathic, as well as
Oh,
the
good.
mouthwash I have to use. So there's progress being made.
Progress.
I feel as though it's progress, but the patches definitely made a difference. It decreased the swelling within probably 24 hours. But what's interesting with something like this, it didn't start swelling until 2 days after the operation.
Wow.
And he definitely mentioned that in all the things you take home, the reams of paper, read this. And it was for real. So I've got a little bit. The one good thing is it takes the wrinkles out.
I love it. Oh, that's great.
Goodness.
Whatever. It
Yes,
is what it is. And that's a funny, trite expression, but it's true.
yes.
And the patches do help.
See, this is one of the things, Debbie, that I know about Ricki, and I don't know if you know it about her, but talk about a real person. This is a real person living her real life and having fun and teaching people about health and wellness with the food that they eat and everything. I just love you so much, Ricki. You just really light up my life. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Marian.
Debbie,
Well,
I would
I
like
love
to
you
know
too.
what you do to light other people up. So I know you have clients, I know you work with people. Can you tell us some stories maybe of something that is
So
sticking out in your mind?
these are stories of me lighting up other people. Well, that's really easy for me. That
Oh,
is
good.
a gift. So as I said earlier, I see the light in someone, and then maybe they don't see it in themselves. So
Mm,
tell you stories all day long, but I'm going to go back to something that happened in January. It actually started in November. In my community, I said, I'm looking for 10 co-creators that want to create something with me. Like I've got all these people and they just aren't taking full action or shining their own light. So I was looking for the first hands up of 10 people that would say, I'll do that with you, Debbie. So this is that collaborative spirit I always believe,
Mhm.
right? Magnify and amplify each other. Well, within an hour, I had the 10 people already applied. And that's the power of the
Yay.
community that I've built. Like people trust me and they know me. And they like, I don't know what I just signed up for, Debbie, but whatever you're doing, I'm part of it. And I love that. They say that about
Yeah.
me all the time. So what we did is we created or co-created a Shine Challenge, and it was called Shine Your Unique Light. And I did it with an acronym that was SHINE is for self-healing, self-awareness. H is for healing within. And then I is your intuition, and N is nurturing and nourishing. And then
Hmm.
E is evolving and energy and empowerment. And we took those philosophies and we taught them for 3 days. And the people that came into that thinking, I don't know what I'm coming into for this challenge, left as leaders. They left shining their own unique light. They recognized that they had more to share than they'd ever shared before, that their message was important, and that they were here not to be a cookie cutter of somebody else, but to shine their own unique light. And so I believe that's something that I naturally do is I'm able to like kind of see it in them and then pull it out of them, but
Mm.
not by telling them, here's the 5 steps you must take. I don't believe in that type of coaching. I believe in seeing people as who they are and then allowing them to see that greatness within them so that they can really rise up to it.
Beautiful. That you know what I love? All the different things, the acronym, but it just seemed to me that they all come together. I have this vision of them all coming together as a almost a peaceful package. I don't know how to describe it. And
Well,
that's one of the things you do beautifully. Somebody's giving you hearts.
that's me. That was me giving you hearts.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
What I believe is
Yeah.
that that's our wholeness. When we come together and we allow all parts of us to shine,
Yes.
even the part that's healing, even the part that we were hiding. I hid my intuition, my knowing, my extra special things that I use in coaching all the time. But people go like, how do you know that? How do you get me so much? How can you resonate with me and you just met me? And so I now don't hide that piece of it. I'm very proud that I have this ability. It was a God-given. I didn't create it, but I'm no longer hiding from it. And so this is what makes me able to see somebody across the globe light up. Literally, they do. I'm like, oh, I get a message, they light up. There's something there. Let's make a connection. And maybe it's a
Mm.
collaboration and maybe it's a growth opportunity for one or both of us. But there's a collaborative leadership is what I believe in and what I do all day long.
This is what I love about that, Debbie. Everyone has something to contribute, way more than they know they have, than they know consciously that they have. And what I hear you're doing is that you bring this to the front, right to the fore, so that they can actually hear it, see it, feel it, and give it away and help others to find the same things, because each of us has something that's unique. No one else has or will ever have. And with this uniqueness and the ability to bring that out in people is what's amazing about you. And I love it. And Marian does a similar thing. She brings this opportunities to people so that they can express themselves in their unique way. And that's what's really beautiful about all the collaborating, because it all those little pieces are part of the whole.
let me tell you how Referral Business Builders came into my awareness and then became part of, what we're doing now. And that is, we've run our mastermind, Referral Business Builders, started out as a physical place where people would go and and meet and greet and, talk about their business and whatnot. But after COVID, we went online. We do have some groups that are forming that are in person, but mostly it's online. And the reason I think that happened is as I'm experiencing my mastermind and not seeing them do anything with all the information, because I used it as a training. I would train them on Canva or train them on video or train them on website building or whatever it is we were learning. And not no one, but a lot of people didn't do anything with it. And it used to really bother me. I'm like, I'm teaching you all this stuff. Why aren't you doing something? And then I realized, oh, they're here for the connections. They're here for the yeah. So that's how Referral Business Builders online became a reality, is because we have networking events that are global. We have a book club now. We have now a lady who just said yes to teaching us a video, and all the different things that are going to bring people together and work on things or just connect with other people, the introductions to other people.
Well, I meet so many people online that way.
Yeah.
And I have someone helping me with my website and my emails. And this may sound crazy, but since we're moving, I'm Facebook marketplacing a lot of things, and I'm meeting people that way. And someone on our Referral Business Builders group, we actually had lunch so I could deliver her pots and pans that she bought from me.
There's always to connect. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not just business, it's building connection.
Yeah, Marian, if you don't mind, I'll tell a story about.
Yes.
So I have worked for the last 6 years. I've worked with Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins running big events behind the scenes. And so when I say behind the scenes, we will open up Zoom rooms and have 1,500 people in a room. And that would be my room. I would be managing that room.
Whoa.
And working with people while they're on the big screen asking questions. So you can imagine the chat just zipping by when they ask a question. And what I witnessed in people is that most of them are there to find some hope and possibility and inspiration.
Right.
But what they're getting is connection, and they didn't know they needed it. And as they see somebody share a little bit about themselves and their hopes and their dreams, it lights up another hope and a dream. And we just continue to amplify and build on this, and it's stacking and stacking.
Wow.
But these events go on for, at least 4 hours, and most of the times they're, up into the 8 and 9 hours in a day. And by the end of it, you'd think everybody'd be like, shut the screen off. I'm out of here. I got to go. We have to close down rooms because an hour after the event would be closed off, there's still people in there seeking connection.
Yeah.
People are wanting connection more than right now, and they don't want to feel alone. So they love that somebody else in that room is feeling the same thing they're feeling.
Yes.
That's when I started teaching my clients, those people that said, I have this thing that I want to teach, but I don't know how to do it. I'm like, would you speak to one person? If only one person showed up in the room and they're like, yeah, absolutely. If I could reach one person a day, I'd be happy. Then do it. Take the action and do it, because more and more people are going to come, but create the safe space in the community first. That's how you get people to show up, when they feel that you really care about them and you're not just going to sell them something, because we can be sold to all day long. Care about them, make a true connection, resonate with their heart, and they'll be with you forever.
Yeah. True. It's connections.
You're blowing us away.
Yep. Love you.
Well, I'm in the right room. You ladies get it. I think we're all also of the age where we've done it the other way before, right? Like I was at the age that if I wanted to host an event, I had to take an ad out in the newspaper, which cost a lot of money back then. And then you maybe rented a room, and maybe 10 people said they were coming, but one showed up, and you did all that work and hours. And I'm like, guys, if you have a message, which I believe we all do, if you have a mission to serve people, which I believe we all do, then just start. And there's all types of creative ways to do that. And that's kind of how I think maybe me and Ricki met, is I started teaching people inside of the wellness universe how to
Yep.
take their mission, their message, the thing that they love, and create something out of it that can create profit. But more than profit, it's the connections and the feeling inside that you feel like this is what I'm meant to do. This is why I'm here.
Yeah. It's purpose. And everyone needs a purpose, and everyone has a purpose. It's finding it and really getting validation for that. And that's what the connections seem to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Each
Oh my
stage of
gosh.
my life, it has taken on a new purpose, or what I feel I want to do, or what I need to do. You know, like when you're really young, you know, all you can think of is getting a job, or, you know, how you're going to pay your rent, and, you know, send your kids through school, and all the stuff that has to go with that. And then you go into different things. So I love the fact that we're thinking about what is going to be our passion, and then sharing that with the world, whatever stage you're in. It doesn't matter. If you just want connections, that's great. If you want to build a business, that's great. But the selling part, it really gets a lot of people. So I think that's a learned thing. Maybe it comes naturally to some people, but I don't think so. I think most of us have to learn how to sell, but not sell, share.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Selling is service. If you're actually providing
Yes.
somebody with something that you know they need, you're more than happy to sell it, offer it, create it, whatever that terminology is.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, this has been amazing.
Yes. Now I know Ricki has something for us to do. She's going to give us some instructions here. Debbie,
Yes.
it was a pleasure to meet you. I hope we stay in touch, and I hope that we can, you know, kind of merge together and do some stuff. I want to collaborate with you for sure.
Yep.
I can see a collaboration in the future as well. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I want to thank you with all my heart for being here, especially extemporaneously early in the morning. Oh, and I will join you in a few weeks in that time zone. In the meantime, for everyone who's watching with us, thank you so much for being here. Come join us again. And if you found one thing, just one little nugget today, please comment below in the comments. Take as much time as you need and as much space as you need, and let us know what that one nugget was that's going to help move you through today. And then come back and join us again on the Connector's Edge.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
This
all.
was such a great way to start off a Monday morning. Everybody
Yes.
needs to have more laughter, more fun, and to be able to have these deep conversations with ladies like you. Wow, what a pleasure.
There you go.
Mwah.
So bye for now.
Bye for now.